Okay, I let my wife share first. Because you don't get to hear her very much. Yeah? Okay, come on.
I think what Patrick says is definitely true. I always find the first few years is really tough. Maybe because I was much younger, or we both are very much younger, so more intense with things. So when you have little quarrels, or when you have things you don't agree, it becomes quarrels and bigger quarrels and bigger quarrels. So I think I always remember the first few years was very tough. And that's why I always say to many of you young couples, if you can survive the first few years, then you're fine. The better years is to come. You know? So maybe now as I get older, I think I'm a bit more mellow. So like a lot of things doesn't bother me anymore. But as he get older, seems to be the other way around.
Not your man.
So that's as well. I thought. So yeah, I think we still quarrel.
Yes.
We still fight. So really, it's not about us. It's how faithful God is really for keeping us together.
Okay.
Grace.
When you fight, really. But younger days, I win. Now older, I doesn't seem to have a score anymore.
Ready? Okay. First of all, I want to thank all of you for participating in this exercise.
Exercise.
It's part of the sermon tomorrow.
You bring back lots of memories, and I really am excited with what God is doing in your life. And it's good to see the next generation also around. Grace and I are very different. Very, very different. And in the early days, it was the differences that drew us to each other. Well, difference attract. And it was also the differences that caused a lot of pain, which, because we are so different, we respond so differently to things. So it was also a source of a lot of pain as well. And I think I shared with most of you the stories, and you've been in my home, and I wish those of you I married early, you have the privilege of coming to our homes a few times before you get married. And increasingly it was so difficult. And it's not that we don't want to do it, it's just that we reached a stage we couldn't cope. But I have always enjoyed having time with really preparing those who are getting married. Now, I have definitely changed through the years. Before I got married, I only knew blues and browns. Now I know reds. And other colors. And I want to say that there were times in the 25 years I despaired as well. And I asked myself the question, is it worth it? So, and I would not be surprised if you go through it. But I'm glad we stuck it out. And one of the most challenging memory was when I was a missionary in East Malaysia, and the church was growing, and there were growing problems in the church as well. And many of you heard my story. I married late, and I get very obsessive about order. And if you come to my study, You actually take out a book. I know what book you have taken out of my shelf. That was my world. And God gave me Miss Disorder. You know, I could not even work if my table is disorderly. And I think I have changed, and there was a time she challenged me, do you love me or you love order? Boy, that was a tough one. Well, I love her, and I have become
Disorder.
And through the years, I think I have changed, she has changed. I used to be very calculating because of my background. I've learned to be generous. And that, a large part comes from grace. And she has been very, very gracious with me. And I learned a lot from her generosity. She always tell me, even if I shake my tail, she will know. Yeah, she knows me so well. It's been an exciting journey, and I thank each one of you who has been part of our journey, and we have been able to tell our stories. And I believe the best is to come. Yes, the best is to come. We have both mellowed and learned to take things as they come. And of course, Rachel also changed our lives.
Rachel wants to say something.
Oh, you want to say something? Okay.
When we went to Barcelona this summer, when we got into the train, someone put their hand into my dad's pocket. Just before they took his wallet, my dad felt a hand go into his pocket, and he was like, and I was so impressed that God has given my dad strength to fight.
So, thank you for the memories. And I will treasure all those pictures you have sent, and yeah. And